Hey, Science, it's me, Speckton, coming to you in this video. I am making 3 new My Hero Academia OCs. I have done this in the past, like, well, before I started doing a whole lot of these lore and speed paint videos. Those were what I originally did. What I did was I randomized a quirk from a quirk generator I found, and then I just took that and rolled with an idea. I just came right off my mind. Now, I did this again, and I have come up with 3, just so I can even out all these characters I've made over this week. Well, let's roll intro, let's get into this video. Let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, I want to tell y'all some stories, and also it's me, the Infomaniac. Have actually managed to get some stories and interviews with some of the heroes in training. Everyone that was in Class 1A a few years ago has actually graduated. These are some of the heroes that took their place in Class 1A. That's alongside of some of the ones like Merlin and Diane, like the last time I talked about. These people are a group of 3. Well, not really 3. They all just knew each of them growing up. First one is known as Han Shifuta, aka, well, his name translates to Horn Shifter. Quirk Transform Horn. Technically, he has 4 horns. Hero name, Horn Former. Using his quirk, he's able to get this, transform his horns into whatever the frick he wants to. He can cause them to become armor around his body. Sometimes he wraps it around his entire body. Using all 4 horns, he can go onto his chest, and they spread like a sort of armor over his body, giving him an armored look, and he can use other people's abilities that are very similar to his, like Tetsu Steel quirk and Elgiro Kirishima's Hardening quirk, who are rank number like 20, and that's Tetsu, and rank number around like 6 for Elgiro Kirishima. The number 1 here at the moment is Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku. I found out that he's actually, let's just say, has actually 6 quirks, and that's headache. One of his ultimate moves is Borrowed Technique. Full Cowling Armor. In this one, he took the armor portion from Red Riot, aka Elgiro Kirishima's unbreakable form, which is pretty much armor, and it's full cowling because it's all across his body. There are a few other things you can do, like turn the horns into other hands or limbs. Like Soji's ability, but unlike that, he can't turn them into mouths. He can only turn them into ears and hands, and sometimes a nose, which is impressive in and of itself, but most of the time he uses it to wrap around his arm to give it more of a sword appearance, and also turn it into a hand, so that way he can grab extra things, and so he can just always be more around himself, so he can be on guard a lot. He's has a personality that is very competitive, but very nice and friendly. The second one is a girl that he's known for a while. Name, Heya Kien. And her quirk is Flame Accelerate. Hero name, Flaming Speedster. She has known Han Shifuta for a while, since they were 4. when they both got their quirks. This incident was caused by someone bullying Shin'en because it looked like she didn't have a quirk. So Shifuta came in and clocked him one. But thanks to that, his horns grew in and they wrapped around his hand. Before he realized that, he clocked the guy in the face, knocking him out cold. He later the bully came back, and he was only aiming for Shin'en because he knew he didn't want to face that guy again because he still had a bleeding scratch from where he was hit earlier. He let's just say she ran, and since she was running, her quirk awakened, and flame came around her legs that actually burned her a little, but she didn't realize it because adrenaline was rushing through her veins. She speeded away, getting away from him. Then Shifuta tripped the guy up, actually learning how to control his quirk for a little bit, tripped him up, and he face planted and skidded onto the ground. Which was very funny. When she came back around like 5 minutes later with like first degree burns on her legs, which were bleeding a little, she said thank you, and they became friends ever since. They are pretty good friends. They are near rivals friends. But like I stated, her quirk gives her increased speed, but at the cost it burns her. So to combat this, she has had the support hero department make her some armor that is metal but won't burn. The way that works is because it has a lining of some type of heat resistant foam to it. So there's that, and she can also summon fireballs into her hand, which are relatively big and powerful, but they take a little bit to conjure. She mostly uses this as a form of attack, but she can also add for extra propulsion to move along faster. In the future, technically she does actually have little roller blades in her feet. You just can't see them, so that way she can just use her quirk and just start running off. And her favorite hero, since she was a little kid, was Tinya Ida, aka Imperium. Well, I just wanted to say that I hope y'all enjoy these videos because I certainly enjoy making them. I have a lot of extra videos planned out, around 15, so yeah. So the next few weeks are going to be pre-scheduled. Well, I hope y'all enjoy them. Let's get back into this video. Let's go. Now, the third person I'm going over today, his name is Amshi Naifu. Quirk Knife Storm. Hero name, he doesn't really have one because they were all pretty brutal. Oh wait, hold up. I just got information from him that his hero name is going to be Knifebringer, which is kind of accurate what his quirk can do. What his quirk can do is, like its name suggests, it can summon a storm. But unlike rain or something, the things that fall down are knives. These knives, he can actually use telekinesis and maneuver them around like Hawk's Fierce Wings quirk, but not as well. And no one really knows why he has this quirk. Neither of his parents have this quirk at all, or even similar. Yeah, his father does have some type of hardying quirk. It's very similar to Ejiro's. Get this, Ejiro is actually his step cousin. Yeah, it turns out he was actually adopted. to the family. Even his biological parents didn't have something similar to it. Something else that's weird about him. He has a very weird personality. He is very nice, but at times he can threaten you with physical violence. It's very weird, to be honest, but he's usually a really nice guy. Just do not get on his bad side or hurt any of his friends unless you want to be found filleted. Yeah. Originally, it was something like, his username was going to be like something the Flayer, but using his knives, they realized, yeah, nope, not going to happen. And one of his ultimate moves is something very similar to, one of his favorite heroes, Katsuki Bakugo. He was hoping for something like Explosion Quirk, but he didn't get it, so he got one of the best things he could get close to. AP Knife Shot. The way this works is that he summons a cloud of knives, and he can also control how big and thick and how sharp they are. What he does is summon a cloud in front of him, make a circle on his hand, and then close his hand around the cloud, and then summon a bunch of knives at once. They're about the size of I want to say maybe about an inch tall, and they fire right through them, and they're about 5 inches long, and he can do this quite a few times. And sometimes another ultimate move he has is a long shot. The way this works, it's basically like a sword, same dimensions, except the sword is around 2 inches thick, lengthwise, that's width actually, but it's around 5 feet long. And when he shoots it out, it goes pretty far. It's like a spear or a sword. So yeah, that's all the quirks I got for these guys. Also, I kind of mispronounced his last guy's name. Actually, his name is not Amashi. It's actually Arashi Nafu. Sorry about that. Well, that's all I got time for today's video. Until next time, subscribe today to join our Spikers Army or DM us Alliance. Goodbye and peace out.